Oh, shit. Where are you?
3.
There we go. Yeah, you got to squeeze that on here. Sorry, we're not.
Yeah, we don't have money like you.
Yeah,
It's okay.
it's okay. We apologize for the pod mics too.
These are way nicer than my head things at the studio. Mine are the generic Audio Technicas you get with the kits.
You get the MV7s though.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for you guys to get the MV7 or no, what are those? The good ones. What are the good stuff called?
SM7Bs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. $300 mics. We just barely. I finished paying off the 5 mics.
Can't even tell the difference.
Yeah. Well, no, you can. But when you're editing, you're like, oh. But anyway, all right.
So welcome to another episode of Be Uplifted.
The simple version.
What else do they say in the?
Hi.
I've heard the high.
Oh shit, I said it. No, but anyway, you can edit whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just beep it.
Yeah. So the girls aren't here. Obviously,
Yeah.
we're batch recording, so the girls are still not here.
Yeah.
It's still the same day because we're both wearing the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
But today we have another guest that happened to pop through. It's like revolving door. I put a signal out on Instagram.
There we go.
Oh, I should have done that too.
And and Nelson responded.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm around. So
This is the guy that started it all.
Yes, he is. Yes.
What did I start? Did I start YouTube? Is that what it is? Because I haven't seen the checks.
He's the first one. He's the first one we had access to a studio.
Right.
He's the first one that we actually spoke on a microphone.
Ooh,
Yeah, he
I remember
inspired.
that.
Yeah, he inspired a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. So Ari, that was the first time she was thinking about doing the podcast, and she went to the YouTuber meetup at your studio, and that's when she was like, "Oh, I really can do this." They gave her like that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and that's what it is. When I don't know if you guys notice, I always bring the new people over so they can experience it. Because if you've never done it, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It puts them in the seat, right? It's like, I'm really doing this.
Right. And you can't really tell, maybe not on video, but there's some intimacy going on in the ears right here. It's like pillow talk going on.
Oh yeah, I've encouraged so many people to just use the headphones because then they can hear it a lot better.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. So
it's almost like they're listening to the podcast itself, while you're recording.
Yeah, you're in it
Yeah.
with the headphones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is introduce yourself.
I wish I had a really cool intro, but my name is Nelson. How about that?
Right. And what is your studio called?
The studio's called Picture Flicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For the longest time, we had such a hard time saying the Pixel Lounge
Yes.
because we're so used to going to Picture Flicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I say Pixel Flicks.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a collab. There we go.
Yep.
Oh, it's a T-shirts. Pixel Flicks.
There you go.
Yeah.
That sounds hot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Nelson is interesting. I mean, I didn't know a lot about Nelson before, the YouTuber thing, except we did have mutual friends, right?
Yeah.
But I think one of the most interesting part that Nelson I don't know if he secretly puts it on the side, but he doesn't, is you used to be a breakdancer.
Oh yeah. The life of hip hop. That was.
Yep.
I mean, that's still in my blood. I gotta imagine. For Vince, probably same thing, right?
It's funny because we unknowingly we probably shadow each other a lot because I don't think I've ever been introduced to Nelson. We just knew each other, whether it was through the hip hop community or through the vape community,
Right.
or through Well, I knew you in the photography thing,
Right. Yeah. Actually, now I think of it, yeah, we totally do the same shit.
Yeah, I have no. He probably did a lot of these things before I did, or vice versa. I'm pretty sure he was a b-boy before I was. But yeah, there's a lot of times that we would just be probably in the same circle, probably at the same events.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then we just knew that we knew each other.
Right.
Yeah. I met Nelson before I met you.
Oh, yeah?
Through this gold business.
Oh, really?
Right. Somebody at work hit me up and said, "Hey, I got somebody. You do designs. You want to do flyers." And we never met, right? So this is gonna be a crazy story. So we never met. We just had our phone numbers, whatever, for text messages.
Yeah.
And then we did that whole thing, right? So then we go to the like years after. I mean, almost like a decade. It seemed like
right, for sure.
After we the YouTuber meetup used to be at Starbucks on Convoy. And then I go there and I go, "Hey, did you used to work at at that spot?" And he's like, "No, my friend does." So it's kind of weird because we're like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And then time goes on. Everything good?
Yeah. I'm just gonna turn off this mic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no. So time goes on.
Yeah.
And then we exchange phone numbers. And we already had each other's phone numbers.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, "Let me get your number," and I'm like, "You're already in here, bro."
Yeah.
Right. And I put in his number. I go, "Oh fuck, you're already on here too."
Yeah. Another funny thing is, and I don't want to get off topic too much, but yeah, I'm good friends with Rich because of Nelson, because I went to a random meetup. Well, it wasn't random. He hosts meetups, and you were there.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is he doing here?
Right. It was like randomly we just met up that one. I mean, after again years of not really seeing each other.
Yeah.
The Navy and all that other stuff that I was getting into.
It's really interesting, just relationships and everything is kind of crazy. And I've heard like the same kind of stories through the YouTuber meetup. Just people like, whether they started like 4 years ago to now, like they've met a bunch of different people and they've done a lot of different experiences, and they say, "Oh, it all started at the first YouTuber meetup," or within the group. So it's interesting. It's cool to hear.
Yeah, that's crazy. But back to breakdancing, I know there's some fucking crazy stories that you could tell me, like the whole like the cruise and the house parties and.
Yeah, I mean there's just a lot because there was beyond the breakdancing, there was this there was a separation between this breakdancing and some gang stuff, right? So you were bangers, but then you were like break bangers. I don't know what they called it exactly, but it would just get kind of crazy. And I mean, probably the craziest story was in like I think it was Balboa Park. I forgot what the venue was called, but then there was a shooting. So we're all battling. I'm sure we're within this crazy battle, and then it just gets shot up, and everyone's on the ground. And so I mean that it gets kind of real right there, right? Like,
right.
You're breakdancing, and then your life is at risk. So yeah, that was something that's real terrifying, and it's probably at the top of the list is crazy.
Well, I remember breakdancing. Like there used to be crews, and we used to beef. You know what I mean? But then it was never like real beef because, like when we meet up with each other, like if you saw, because we used to also have colors and stuff like that before. So you see a group of these guys versus another group of guys, and you can clearly see it's not like a Bloods and Crips thing, but there was like distinct groups, right? And then all of a sudden they just start breaking. So it was cool. Like we would.
So it's like it's like Beat It. Like you guys all gather in a circle and all of a sudden.
To be honest with you, yeah, it's like such and such's homegirl is talking to this new guy or his ex-girlfriend, and he's like, "Oh no, hell no," and then they're talking shit about us, and it's like, "All right, cool, well let's go settle it," and we meet up, and then it's like, yeah, we're at North County Fair with like a boombox, and then like we just in front of the elevator, we're just breakdancing until the security guards break us up. You know what I'm saying? And then we just go our separate ways. We don't meet in the parking lot and like fight or anything. It was. You know what I'm saying? We did that. There used to be a stage in Mira Mesa Mall. There was where else did we used to meet up? We used to meet up at a bunch of spots.
Yeah, I mean Mira Mesa had a bunch of spots. Had that, what was it? Not the Boys and Girls Club. What's that little spot
the
called?
Senior Center.
Senior Center.
Yeah,
it's called. Yeah,
that was right across from the high school.
That was the spot I remember. Yeah, for sure.
That was the OG library.
Yeah.
That used to be the library.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that used to be the library, and then it moved over to that bigger building. And then, yeah. Also, there, if you want to venture out a little further and you go into the rec, you go to the gazebo.
Yeah.
Oh, the gazebo.
Yeah, that octagon. Yeah.
Yeah, the gazebo I think still has spots where like Maine and them still throw events.
Dude, I missed the 4th of July things
yeah.
that like Maine and who was the other one? Mike Check,
Maine.
was it?
Oh yeah.
Is it Mike Check or? I remember his name is Mike because I remember I know him as a human.
Oh, Mike Logic.
Yeah, Logic. Yeah. Yeah, they used to throw that with like what's it called? Was it Norm? DJ that a lot.
okay.
Yeah, Norm and Maine. I think that's how I knew them from.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
so that spot right now, I know nowadays it's different. But do they have power? You can hook
There
up.
is power in the gazebo. I know that one of the panels open up and you can hook up and everything.
Yeah, for sure, because they always do events over there.
Yeah. You want to sit in on this? We're talking about breakdancing.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another guest
Yeah.
coming through.
Yep.
You gotta
Yep.
turn him.
Hi.
Yeah,
I see myself.
wow. We got the El Persian skater. You could talk to Brian about your, do they have breakdances in Iran?
Oh yeah.
Do they really? Wait,
They break dance in Iran. Can you hear me?
Oh, they do.
were you old enough though to?
To speak on it? Probably not.
I mean, were you old enough to actually witness it? Like,
Yeah, they did it at weddings and stuff. They would pop. They would show up in the middle of the dance floor.
Well, you were from I forgot, we did a podcast a long, long time ago, and you said you were raised or you moved to the Midwest or something.
I moved from Kermanshah to Tehran. So that was like I was like in a smaller city, and then I moved to the capital of Iran.
Okay, but when you moved to the U.S., where did
Okay.
you move to?
Oh, Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
was there any B-boys in Kansas?
no, they're farmers.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, you'd be surprised though. Like whenever you go to like those like I can't say this word, rural areas, like where you don't expect like hip hop, you find that there's nothing and then like the best person. And there's nothing in between. There's like no mediocre.
Well,
It's
like, have you seen that one movie where like in between the cornfields, like the group of people would gather and be like listen to hip hop and like
No, I never saw
it was
that.
like that movie White Boys. I think that movie is called White Boys.
Is
Where,
it?
yeah, where
Is it a comedy?
no, it's like they like a bunch of like white dudes from like Iowa or some shit. Or I don't know, close to Chicago,
And they got the love of hip-hop.
Wisconsin. Yeah,
Right.
but they wanted to be like all hood, so they wanted to get drugs like in Chicago. but like that's where they live like that life, that urban street life was in between like cornfields. There's a silo, a fucking barn, and be listening to like Tupac and shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then they had to get away to probably do that because they'd probably be like called out or I don't know. I don't know why they would do that.
I mean,
but
that's easy place to hang out.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that was an easy place for them to hang out. It's like in between the cornfields. Like
I think the movie that you were thinking of was Malibu's Most Wanted. It was, huh? It was.
That's a badass movie. I love that movie.
right.
Am I right?
And he gets jumped and he goes, "Am I in?"
No, I mean there's been a lot of movies like that. Well, aside from Malibu's, remember Zebrahead?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Zebrahead. And,
Are we talking about b-boy breakdancing back in the day or nowadays?
Well, we could talk about both.
Yeah, we're just talking about like Nelson's breakdancing history, like how he had to travel in like a 1970 pickup truck with all the dudes piled up in the back. You know that story.
Oh yeah. There's yeah. But when you were a teenager, I'm sure everyone has that story. Whether you're going to the distilleries to break dance or you were just going to a dance, like you used to just mob into a car and it'd be a 5-seater, but you'd mob like 12 people in it, right?
Right. Did you have a breakdance name?
Well, everyone still calls me, like, if they see me, it's Nels One. So it's like, you ever see my name with an E? So it's like Nels One. Because the whole hip hop thing, everyone had like a one, like Main One or Press One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nels One.
Yeah.
We could title this on the Nels One. Maybe we get more people watching.
The way you say it sounds like swan.
Swan.
Nel Swan.
It's the Filipino accent.
Nel Swan.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to
Let's see what
Iran.
it's like over there in Iran. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Iran is like they'll see something in the U.S. and then they'll just copy it as best as they can to their own music or.
So how delayed do you think that they are?
5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years. So whatever is dope now is going to be dope there
In like 5 years.
in like 5 to 10 years.
I would say, well, because
Ice Spice is gonna get there in 5 years.
I mean, I don't know, because when I went back in 2011, we were on Facebook. We had like let go of like MySpace recently. I feel like at that time, Instagram was just becoming. TikTok hadn't started yet. They didn't know what Facebook was back then. I don't know how fast they're progressing now that they're in social media.
I was going to ask that because with the new technology and everything, because back in the day, like it was even hard to progress further in, like when my friend moved from San Diego to I think it was Fallon, Nevada. So it's not even that far. But then we're already past our crisscross and our ABC days, and then he was all like, "Bro, it's crazy. They just started wearing their clothes backwards. They just started wearing their overalls with one strap down and stuff like that." I was like, "What the hell?"
But that's in the U.S.
I know, and so I'm like wondering how far back is another country, and how much has that changed because of like the internet
right.
and everything? Because they have, I mean, their internet may not be as open as ours. Or it might even be backwards,
Yeah, or like some people don't have the finances to have internet like we do. Like they have limited access to internet, so they don't get to just go into a scroll hole and like learn all the things.
Yeah, there's a company that I work with, and we have some agents that are in the Philippines, and it took them like 3 months just to get their VPN to work and everything like that. So like they have limited internet access, they have like throttled bandwidth and stuff like that. So I don't even know if they're able to keep up, even though like they're not really third world,
Yeah. Well, I think Japan is ahead of us. Like I was in Japan in 2019. I remember like I went to H&M and like
they already had sex robots, huh?
I'm sure they already had sex robots. That's not where I was going.
Voice activated sex robots.
I would grab the clothes that I was gonna buy and I would just dump them in one bucket and it would just scan all of them for me. And then I just recently saw something like that in Vegas, like a couple months ago.
You can just walk out and they scan everything.
Oh, the Amazon grocery stores.
Yeah, Amazon.
Yeah, and then, we got that a couple years ago. I feel like Japan is ahead of us. And then by us, I mean like New York and LA. And then I think New York and LA is like ahead of the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I think it like follows. I feel like it's like a domino effect.
Right. Well, the biggest export we have in America is our culture. And so I think, depending how big the culture is, that depends on who absorbs it that much faster, right? So I don't know. Maybe Iran got it fast.
I don't know.
That's why there's B-boys out there. I don't know.
No. I think with the internet, I think things have changed. It used to be like, you'd hear from somebody that came from America that showed you the mixtape. But now, no matter how bad your internet is, it seems like everybody has a goddamn phone.
Yeah.
They can look on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and if you're in a place like the Midwest or something and there's no other things to do, like there's not a lot of activities, I feel like you have the time to just sit there and like watch a pro doing whatever it is, whether it's like breakdancing, and then just keep practicing it. I went to Skate World and like not Skate World. It was like a Skate Love Festival and in Barcelona. So people from all over the world came in and they were all skating. I felt like the people that really like practice and were the best and like in the middle and like showing their skills came from an area where they had nothing to do except for just skate all day long.
Somebody from like Tibet, Mongolia,
Australia. I think like from Australia, there was a couple of girls and they're like, it's literally just us and we just get together and we just keep skating and we watch you guys' tutorials in LA and then and then like that's how we know it. I was like, you guys have a lot less resources than I need to step up my skate game like today.
But they have reason. They have things that are motivating them. Look at the best pool players, Filipino. That's how they got out of poverty. Look at Manny Pacquiao. That's how he got out of poverty. Look at Australia. That's how they fight spiders. They roll over them. You know what I'm saying? You know how big those spiders are?
Huge.
This is why I will never travel to Australia.
I want to so bad.
I love Australia.
But I just...
You
Best
been?
place ever, yes. I wanted to move there at some point, and I found out why. It was because it was just like San Diego.
which one? Which
What?
part?
I've been to
Melbourne?
Sydney and Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
What were your interactions with spiders?
Not a whole lot.
There's
not a
not...
whole lot.
So it's
in the middle and in the northern area.
Yeah.
Really?
Because
Yeah.
I think...
They don't travel to like other places?
No, when you're talking about like Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, they're all pretty much like cities. But when you start moving towards like Darwin and towards like the middle area where it's like now you're in the bush, what they call the bush, now you're dealing with
The spiders that like are like huge
They're-
and then they like end
they're-
up on your windshield.
They're
and
not
then
that they're not that huge, okay? Like they're not this big.
they're not?
No, they're
That's
that
what
big.
the videos are
Well,
showing.
you know, when you get at a right angle, anything looks big.
Yeah, trust me.
Trust me.
Yep. This is true. Yep.
No, but so funny story is like I went to Australia one time. So before we went, because we were gonna be in the bush, for whatever, you guys know what I was there for. I was like researching like things to be worried about, for the Marines that were there or whatever. So like 9 out of the 10 things were in fucking Australia. Top of the deadliest things. You're talking about like snakes, the king brown, and you're looking at the most toxic venom.
Yeah, the most venomous ones are, I think, in Australia.
Did
Yes.
they film,
Same with lizards too.
Yeah.
did they film Spy Kids there?
I don't know. Spy Kids. Yeah. It was,
Did I just reveal my age?
yeah. You did.
How can I make this
But-
go down?
It doesn't.
It's
So,
too tall.
no, just get to the side. My daughter was using that earlier. She's about your size. Well,
Okay.
not really. I think she's taller, but no. But yeah, like if you really research it, I mean, it's because of the environment. Everything has to be pretty deadly to be able to kill and kill fast. You don't have to, waste all your energy in the sun trying to hunt your prey or chase it down. Like, I mean, great white sharks are on the coast. You get those big huntsman spiders that you talk about, but they're actually about that big. They're not big.
That's
big.
huge.
Wait, aren't there
It's a
more
lot
sharks in
bigger
San
than
Diego than
ours.
there are in Australia?
Not.
I read that somewhere. Now that place that I read, it might have been my imagination.
No, I think it's like locally. There's an area off the coast of Australia that's like has a lot of great white shark activity. In San Diego, it's depending on like the mating season when they're traveling south to Mexico to mate and then back up and down the coast. So, I mean,
So we got the resort of sharks
Yeah.
in La Jolla.
Yeah, ours are just vacationing.
yeah, they're just kind of coming through.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when I was doing that shit on Australia, I mean, there's so much. I was like, man, then they have like crocs. Then you have to worry about crocodiles.
Oh, I thought that's where they made the shoes.
They probably
Sponsor us.
No, they probably are. Where are the crocs made from?
They originated. I think they're from here, but they were popularized by that movie. What was it? Is Idiocracy? Did you know that?
Nope.
No, I've never seen that movie.
It's a fantastic movie. What is it? Terry Crews was the president. Anyways,
Nope.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it was a good movie.
I just recently saw a photo of it was a meme that showed the 80s. They had their own Crocs, and they were those gels. Do you remember those? See, I'm aging myself now.
The jelly shoes.
Those jelly shoes, yeah. So those are the 80 Crocs, right?
Yeah. Those jelly shoes were stiff. I don't know how you girls like that shit.
What?
The jelly shoes, I don't
even know what that is.
They were like slip-ons, right? And then they'd be made out of like plastic, pretty much.
No,
are you pulling it up?
Yeah, I just recently sent.
I know what Crocs are. I don't like those.
No, Crocs are comfortable.
That's what they look like.
What are these?
It's the Croc of the 80s.
You never had those?
Wait, let me see.
They'd have like all different colors, and sometimes they'd have like
oh yeah, I remember those.
They'd have Bugs Bunny and shit.
Those
on them.
hurt when you get hit by them.
Yeah,
Your mom got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but those were really popular.
Those were in?
Yeah,
When?
like in the 80s.
In the 80s,
Yeah.
every girl wore these, I believe.
Well, you're from.
I was born in the 90s.
Oh. Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta take a phone call.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what? Oh, he was serious.
Yeah.
He is
I don't know.
serious, yeah.
What happened? What's going on here? Anyway, so what crew were you in when we're talking about breakdancing back then?
So back when I was in high school, there were b-boy crews, there were racing crews, there were like DJ crews and stuff, but we were just a kickback crew.
Okay. Yeah.
But we happened to do all of those.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So our crew was Darker Images. So like the
Darker Images.
Yeah, if you go to
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, our what's it called? Our homeboys that like our second generation of them.
Yeah.
They opened a mechanics shop. So it's
with the
DI
same name?
Motorsports. Yeah.
Oh,
DI
how
Motorsports.
cool.
So yeah.
So, because you went to school in Mira Mesa, and
Yeah.
one of our rival crews was up there, and they were called Dark Side. So,
Dark Side was sick.
So, did they have beef or problems with you having like a close enough name?
No, because we weren't dope enough to even be noticed. Like we'll even say it.
You were not a threat.
Yeah, we'll say it, and they'll be like, "Who?"
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
keeping it all real.
Okay, that's
but yeah,
cool.
Dark Side was sick. Wicked is another big crew from Mira Mesa, and then an outlier of like in Scripps Ranch was Squids of Fury.
Squids. I know the squids. Yeah.
Yeah, Squids are sick.
Yeah. Squids are sick.
But yeah, like our crew was mostly a kickback crew, and then we just started getting into breakdancing, and then eventually we got old enough to drive, and then we were customizing our cars and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So
The 90s were a fun time. Like, you know, your friends did something. You know, you weren't just friends. Like you were like on a mission. So we were breakdancing and trying to be the best in San Diego. By the way, the crew is called Play School Society. Just wanted to say that because it feels good. Anyway, just like he said, you just ended up doing things together. And you did them as a crew. You do some breakdancing and you do some graffiti, or else you get into cars. It was fun, man.
And back then we were talented. We weren't popular, but we would get popularity by our talents. Now there's a lot of kids that just want to be popular and they have no talents.
Right. They just want friends on social media.
Yeah.
Right? Versus like talent like Bayan has.
Yeah.
Yeah, that skating of yours, you're amazing on there.
Thank you.
You look great.
I thought you
Have you been to that? I saw like my mom lives off of Federal, and there's that new roller skate place there.
It's Federal
It's
South.
called Ringers.
Ringers Roller Rink?
Yeah.
That's my friend.
Oh,
And
really?
she's Persian too. She's half Persian.
Oh, I just drive by it, but it looks really awesome at night.
Yeah, she has like all these photo ops set up in there. And it started out as a derby rink right before the pandemic. And then that's when it opened.
Right.
So it was like directed to the derby players. And it has like a lift. I forget what it's called, but like
That
the rink.
lip on
Yeah,
the
it's like
ends?
lifted. And most places don't have that for derby. And so she created that. And then the pandemic hit. And so derby was kind of canceled for a while. Any group activities were canceled.
Yeah.
And then she transitioned into like a regular like a family rink or like a jam rink
It
or
looks
like
so cool. Have you
Yeah.
been there?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I go
Is
there
it pretty packed?
I've taken classes there. It's been good. It's not like overpacked.
Yeah.
It also depends, what DJ they bring in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So there we go. Some DJ opportunities there, boys.
For what? I'm sorry.
Ringers. It's called Ringers, right?
Ringers Roller Rink. Yeah.
That's outdoors.
Yeah.
It is. It's an outdoor.
Does that
rink.
scare you?
Well, no, because no, that was no, it wasn't, because that was off. That's by my house,
Off of
Right.
Federal.
off of Federal, and
That's where the spiders are.
Is it?
He's like, I'm not going anymore.
no, the like 2 weeks ago, the BFF were there.
Oh, really?
Drew in them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how I knew. And they were like, yeah, just play some 70s, 80s kind of stuff.
That's cool.
Well, you guys remember watching, we were talking about Derby, like back in the day, in the 90s, they had those Derby. And
The roller derby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to have those at Del Mar. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened to it.
I love
Imagining
these
you
black
do
shows.
that, actually. I'm like,
I don't do derby.
you
Yeah,
should.
no desire.
Have you ever watched it?
I've watched it.
Shit was
Yeah, that's what Ringer's roller rink has. It has 2 rinks. It has one derby rink and one regular rink.
bro, you could go out there. Be like, have you ever watched old WWE?
No.
You could be like the Iron Sheik. Come out there with like the Iranian flag. And then
Branding right there.
And then Vince would come out and the Filipino flag would go, Philippine, you die.
And knock you over the
chase
rail.
each other on the rail.
Jesus.
You can make a new what's it called, type of that, where instead of going in a circle, you just have an octagon, a giant octagon, and it's like the Beyblades. So it's a bowl. So you're like forced to meet in the middle.
Wow.
I think that'll be sick.
There it is.
It's like a new sport.
Yeah, it's like Brazilian jiu-jitsu and roller skating all in one.
Yeah,
Sounds painful.
That's the idea.
I would watch that for hours, though, honestly.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
That
That
would be
roller
pretty
derby,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Derby.
hours. It was fun. I don't know what about it was fun, but
Do you know how to skate?
barely.
We can do the roller derby. I can.
No,
I,
I
Teach you
don't-
how to skate.
yeah, it's-
I won't fall for his trick. That's what he does. I don't know how to skate, and then he totally
Yeah, I
knows how to
fell
skate.
for it already.
She taught me.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
taught both of them.
Are you good? Do you have your own pair?
Yes.
Ooh,
ice skates.
you have ice skates?
Yeah.
I bought some. I'm not good. I just
I've
bought
never
some.
ice skated.
Hey, Sunday.
Never ice skated.
Sunday, I'm planning to go to the one in
Liberty Station.
Yes, Sunday. It's like around 6 or 7.
No, we don't want to intrude on your date though.
Which date?
Listen, you guys can always come.
Oh, you're going on a date?
Wow.
You're such a dick.
I was just assuming.
I'm not going on a date.
Mm.
I'm going there with
Do
somebody.
you have a girlfriend?
Oh, how?
It's a
Look,
hangout.
Look, this podcast is gonna.
He's
is-
sweating. Look
is-
at him.
This
Why are you
podcast is
getting-
not
I've never
the-
seen you nervous.
I
Like
know.
Wow.
This is weird. You're nervous.
Well, no, I don't.
I don't
I
nervous.
I don't nervous.
Hey, I don't nervous. Actually, yeah, no, we'll be at Liberty Station.
Okay,
Oh,
so we
paparazzi.
have-
Paparazzi out there.
Yeah. Capture the moments.
Why do you think he had to leave to take a call?
No,
He walked out. He was like,
It's all
Hey, babe.
sweet.
no.
Oh, dang.
That was my daughter, actually. But yeah, no, yeah, Liberty Station.
I was just at Liberty Station this morning checking out that they have a San Diego hip hop museum. Have you
Oh,
checked
really?
it out? Yeah.
What?
What?
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, we're talking about hip hop in the 90s. Yeah, they got a spot down there.
Where? No, it's like Liberty Station. So it's like one of the offices or whatever.
Right.
Is it
Right.
next to the Filipino cinema?
Yeah, it's right downstairs, actually.
"Oh, perfect! I don't have to walk around that place."
It's called Beyond the Elements.
Oh, sick!
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah,
We should
super
take
cool.
Oh, so the Filipino
We should go
cinema's
there.
upstairs.
Right upstairs, yeah. And a real good friend of mine, like 2 doors down from the Filipino cinema place, has her own architect studio there. So you go visit her too.
Okay, cool.
Can we make it like a vlog?
Yeah, well,
Totally.
That would be fun.
I need to come back on the whole vlog thing. We were
Yeah,
talking
I
about
liked
that
you on the
earlier.
vlog,
We
honestly.
can turn it into
Yeah.
a vlog
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, we could talk about. Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you could do that on your date, but you know, what I mean,
Oh,
like, it
yeah.
might be another day. Bringing the date back up. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I could be going on a date. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
What,
Why are you looking at me like that? Like,
well, what's his name?
um,
Why are you laughing?
Well, you guys
His
call me.
name?
No.
yeah.
they call him the SL artist.
Yep.
Do you remember that next to your studio in National City, there was a hip hop group that got, or like a b-boy group that got super famous? I don't know. They were like on a show. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the Jabawockees?
Is that what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some random fucking group.
Yeah, right next to the vape shop at Vape Farm. Two of the Jabawockees' mom opened the music learning center there.
Nice.
And yeah, they used to teach there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I actually, so Raynon, I had him on my podcast, on the American podcast. So check that out.
Yes.
He was on there. We were just talking about breaking in the 90s, talking about Jabawockees, obviously. But is it his mom?
No, it's so he wasn't one of the ones that were on the ABDC. It was Mikey, and I forgot his brother's name, but yeah, they were Jabawockees.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them that
there's
weren't.
a lot.
Yeah, there was a bunch of them that weren't on the actual show.
Yeah, my favorite one wasn't on the show.
Oh, really?
Joe, I think it was Joe LaRoe or something like that.
Yeah, there's
he
a
was
bunch
sick.
of them. Yeah,
But
Eddie Styles.
yeah,
Yeah. They're probably all on the. Do they still have the residency still in Vegas?
yeah, but they retired. It's like a third gen or something like that.
Oh,
like second or third gen. Yeah.
at least it's keep going.
As long
Yeah.
as they make money,
I
that's
mean,
all that matters.
As long
right?
as there's that revenue.
I mean, that's what I
share.
heard. I haven't followed up.
Yeah,
But
you,
yeah.
you might have to listen to the podcast to find all those details.
Yeah.
I remember.
So you talk about revenue sharing with them? Like how much? Vince would ask. I mean, would you ask Nelson?
Would I ask?
Do you ask him that?
Oh no, we didn't talk about money. We just talked about the show, and
No, I would say because it's always an interesting dynamic, right? Let's say there's like 20 of them,
right.
and some of them are semi-retired, but not really. But you all can't be part of the residency.
I don't.
How
know.
does that work out?
Yeah,
Depends how the deal was cut.
No, I'm saying like
I think it's like whoever is in the group. I don't think this is not official at all.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is what
yeah,
I'm
don't-
thinking. I feel like everyone that was on the show created the brand, and I think that they're in the mix. Everyone else, I think they might not have anything to do with the Jabawockees brand.
Yeah.
well, I don't know, but yeah, I'm always curious about how you say they're retired and that's a third generation, but that name is still.
But they still get residual.
Yeah,
I
They
would
may,
say.
they
yeah.
may not, because when I went to what was the show I was trying to go on?
Oh, the
Love Island?
No. It was the
Bachelor?
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
Yeah.
So as we're all standing in line to get into the space where we're going to get our wristbands, so we're going to go give them our pitch, they're like, oh, did everyone print out the form? It's an 18-page contract that you would definitely need a lawyer to look over before filling out. And people were filling it out to just go in front and get $150,000, $300,000 for their business. But that business could potentially become a multi-million business. But if you're signing that contract, you're giving up all your rights to Shark Tank. And so they are entitled to the residuals. They are entitled to whatever they get. So I don't know much about the Jabawockees, but I think they were like on a show and then they got famous off of that show. Right. Before they got on the show, they must have signed some kind of contract, and that contract releases a lot of
That thing you signed, it wasn't like an NDA. It was an actual contract.
It was a contract between me and whoever invests in my company and Shark Tank. It was like, it was laid out. It was an 18-page contract.
But was that contract only if they took the deal, or even if you walk away? Are you obligated if you walk away and you don't take the deal?
It was all inclusive of like, maybe I don't take the deal, but I become a blooper episode. Maybe I like it's.
As far as the episodes go.
Yeah, you're signing off
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
everything
Right.
at that point.
It's messed up. There was this one thing that I saw, like Terrence Howard, the first roadie on Iron Man.
Yeah,
Terrence.
right.
So he was also on Hustle and Flow.
I love that
In
movie.
Hustle and Flow, he played a character named DJ. He wrote, or I think he
sang the songs.
Yeah, he sang the songs on there. But Paramount released it under the title DJ of his character.
Yeah.
So Terrence Howard got nothing.
Wow.
Paramount kept all of that.
Right.
So like
So
that
scary.
those are some things that are in like these contracts.
Yeah. Well, same with American Idol. Like, do you know, like you're part of American Idols, you actually sign that if you can't sign with anybody, and you have to be under Simon Cowell's company for a year after filming. Even if you never made it, even if you didn't win it, you're still part of that tour. You're still part of that. It's almost like an NDA, right? Where you can't, or a
non-compete.
Non-compete.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you don't want like all the hoopla, then get eliminated, and you're making money, but they're not, because they just off of their name.
Real quick, what's your favorite quote on Hustle and Flow? While you think I'm going to say mine, it's DJs saying 10 in the front, 20 in the back. He's a pimp.
No, I like that one where what's her name came in, and then she was all like, I have this lava lamp, I thought it would change the mood. And then he turns around and he's like, in his crying voice, he's all, that's a real bitch. Or some shit like that. I was like, damn.
That's like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
It's one of 3 movies on my phone, because it's one of those you could just continue to watch. So if you haven't watched it, check it out.
I feel like I've watched it, but I think I need to watch it
Are
again.
are there 3 movies that if it is on, you're just going to be late to whatever you were going to do?
Yeah, since I already have 3 on my phone, I'll tell you. It's Hustle and Flow, Friday, and Karate Kid 1.
Really?
That's it.
I don't know what card.
Did you see that Jackie Chan?
It's just Karate Kid.
One.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you said Cardi,
I was looking at you
heard
crazy,
Cardi
like,
B.
what? Yeah.
Cardi B.
Did you see that Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio are casting for the new Karate Kid?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be dumb.
It's probably going to be dumb, but I still have to watch it.
The Netflix, is it
Cobra
on
Kai?
Netflix? Cobra
It's a
Kai?
true fan.
It's so sick.
Yeah, Cobra Kai is cool. My kids love Cobra Kai.
There's so much like nostalgia in that.
For
like,
sure.
Like I've met people that just watched that and they got into the show. And then I also watch it and I'm like, damn, that was a reference to this. Or like, I'm hella excited that they use all of the original actors.
Right. They bring them in from part 3 even.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I don't know movies, but I could watch Friends over and over and over again.
I just finished watching. You know what's messed up? I was watching the last season. One of the later episodes where they were shopping for a house, and they found out that Janice was gonna buy the house next door.
Yes.
And then she's all like, "Goodbye, Chandler." And that's the day that I found out that like Chandler passed away.
What's his real name?
Perry, something Perry.
Matthew Perry.
Yeah. So Matthew Perry died. R.I.P. That totally sucks. And it, I was like, oh, that's a bummer. But when someone told me, hey, but it was Chandler that died, that hurt me more than just, same person, right? But
Yeah.
when you say Chandler, it hurts more.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He
it does.
connected with his character
Exactly.
more than like him.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was awesome in like other movies they played. Even though it seems
Fool's
like they
Rush In?
brought the Fool's Rush In was a dope one.
Yeah.
It seems like he brought the Chandler character into that, which is just basically casting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what was the other one? The Whole 9 Yards. He was great in that.
Yeah.
I think it was that one, right?
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen any of his movies.
It's the Fool's Rush In is one with Salma Hayek.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a lot
Arizona.
of movies.
Yeah. Is it because you just have no time? Because I know you're a busy person these days.
These days, yes. I think just in general, because like I would go home and there would be Persian TV on at my house most of the time. So it wasn't like my parents were like, oh, let's sit down and watch a movie. And then, and then I was busy learning English. So I was just like
All
doing
right,
my
Bayan.
homework.
I think we're gonna have to do a movie night once a month at one of our studios, and so you can be
So I
you can
can
experience
catch
that.
up because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always left out.
It's
of
a big deal. Yeah.
Do you need
movie.
Persian subtitles? It's like Three's Company Tehran. It's like they walk out of San Diego Zoo. They like walk out of the Tehran Zoo.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
It's like the adapted version, but like in Persian.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You know the movie like Friends,
Okay.
but like
Oh,
a
but
whole
the-
Iranian cast, like a whole Persian cast
Or like-
in
Or they
Persia.
change it to like Farsi speaking as they're like, have you seen those? Like, what is like a Chinese movie and then it's like all of a sudden it's like saying English stuff and it's not moving
It's
with
dubbed. Yeah, like the worst. I'd rather have it like original language, and subtitles.
Yeah, that's how I would
Yeah.
like it.
You like it like that?
Yeah.
It hurts having to read that much. So after I'm reading like a subtitled movie, I need like some Tylenol. It's a little painful.
But it doesn't have the feeling. Like
I know.
it doesn't have that like you know what I'm saying? Like when the character really like wants to yell.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, she's like and then the subtitle's like
Yell.
hi. You know, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's
Right.
like when you're listening to an audiobook read by like a computer versus like the author.
Yeah. No,
I love when the author reads it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nowadays you can AI that.
No.
Just do your voice and then just run it through. That's just fucking so good.
It's crazy.
And you could do it in any language.
Have you seen that one where
Yes.
they got where you set it AI and you could go in any language and it retains your voice?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it doesn't move its mouth like differently. It
Yeah.
moves it just like you would if you were speaking that language.
Yeah, I recently saw someone did an advertisement with Kanye's voice, and so like, yeah, he can't get sued because it's AI and it's his voice, but it's not his voice,
Right. Like how would you know, right?
right? But it sounds just like him.
This episode of the Be Uplifted podcast will be available in Persian. Go ahead. How do you say that? In
Oh, you want me to say it?
like I go.
Yeah, say it.
He's
Wait.
gonna mouth over. You have to say it.
Yeah. I'm the dub. Okay. Right.
این اپیزود روی یوتیوب فارسی هم میتونین پیداش کنین.
I didn't even move my mouth.
He just did this little.
Is this how you see Persians?
I tell you. Like all my Armenian friends, they like the fucking point.
Is it like this or is it like
No, they just like to.
Wait, do we have a strong Persian audience?
No.
We should greet them. Alo.
hello?
Shukran.
Am I right? I mean, that's how she answers the phone.
Hello is when you answer the phone.
How to say thank you?
Merci.
Merci. Oh, maybe they'll.
Not merci. Merci.
Mercy.
Merci. Merci. How to say shut the fuck up? No, I was kidding.
Rich was always wanting to learn the bad words in all the different languages.
It's the easiest ones to teach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the easiest ones to retain.
right. You want to remember those?
Yeah. Look, whenever I go to Jordan and I have like this, my interpreter when we were in Jordan, and all he taught me was all the bad words, and those all stuck with me.
And do you use them?
Yeah, when I know some guys like knows well, I don't know what they speak in Jordan.
Go ahead. You should probably just say them now.
It's not
Arabic?
It's Arabic. Yeah, sorry. It's Arabic.
okay.
It's not. You
Farsi.
speak Farsi. They speak Arabic. Yeah. So they go like shukran. It's like thank you, I guess.
Yeah, shukran.
Yeah.
So where's the bad words?
I don't know. Like,
Don't worry, our editor can bleep it out. That's fine.
I don't sound like an idiot. Like that's not really that word. But anyway.
Like all of our friends. Oh, you're Filipino? Oh, kumustaka.
Yeah.
No,
are you talking about?
No, they say I eat lumpia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, pancit is good. It's like, what the fuck?
Do you know bayan in Tagalog means nation?
No. Yeah, Bayan or the land.
The land.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
You guys didn't know that?
I don't know Tagalog, unfortunately.
Well, the first word of the national anthem is Bayang.
I don't know the national anthem.
Bayang.
Yeah. Bayang Magiging.
Oh, yes. I did hear that at the Pacquiao fight. Yes. that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So it's Bayang, but it's like, like the whole Bayan would be the land. The whole Bayang would be.
I thought it was like, what is that? You know, like
Bayan.
yeah. Can you imagine if you answer if you ask her what's going on? I know Bayan.
So Bayan,
What is that?
How'd you,
I know it's what.
How'd you
Bayan
find that
is.
out?
My Uber drivers have all explained this to me.
Your Uber drivers have all been Filipino?
No, every time they are Filipino. And then the other day at Navy Federal, the teller told me, Anywhere that somebody
your name there is it stands for country in my country. So like,
Do they ask you if you're Filipino?
Yes.
Okay. I could see you pass as Filipino.
no, you
Nice.
I could see that.
no way.
Why?
Well, I guess.
I mean, if you're Filipino, she could be Filipino.
But see, they see the name and the last name's like 15 letters.
Can I be half
Oh.
Filipino?
Right?
Yeah, well, yeah, you could be. You should say my mom was Filipino.
I could pass.
Yeah.
My mom was a quarter Filipino.
I could pass.
You could be like, I know Filipino too. I know Tagalog too. Putang ina mo. That's what you say. You know,
That's the bad word.
yeah.
That's not a good one.
Yeah.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Tell her that. Oh yeah. Oh, because I'm half Filipino. Putang ina mo.
Yeah, just say that to all your Uber drivers.
Yeah. Bayan. Yeah. Bayan means land or country.
This is weird. So, like, when you introduce yourself to people, and they're white. They're like, "Oh, you know what rich means?" Like, the fuck? Yeah.
Like,
You know what rich is?
do you know what
in
rich
English
means in
culture?
English? Yeah.
That's true, huh?
It's like, what's
You're speaking like Tagalog to your friends. Oh, like in the Philippines, if there's a Filipino podcast, you're like, oh, pare, alam mo ba yung rich sa English means mayaman.
means mahal?
See, that's way funnier in the Filipino
Or no,
part than the American part.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Your name is Rich? Bro, you know what rich means?
Yeah, in my country,
In my country?
it means rich.
Yeah.
It means wealthy.
Interesting. So, your 3 movies.
My 3 movies?
Yeah. Or did you finish? Because you said a whole season that, or like a whole.
She
No,
just
I
said
said I don't have
Friends.
movies. I have shows. It's Friends.
What other shows?
Grey's Anatomy. I could watch over and over again. Probably a lot of like sitcom. What did we watch the other day? It was like a science
Oh, Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah, I could watch that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to like. I could just watch any episode at any point. And
Yeah.
fall right into it.
Yeah, we for sure going to have a movie night for you.
Yeah,
Mm.
movies I couldn't tell you.
All right, Rich, what about your 3?
My 3? Actually, the first one is The Cutting Edge.
Is that a skating movie?
Yeah.
Ice skating?
Yeah, that's the one where he was a.
Is that the one he's all topic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one topic. And then Miracle, obviously. And then
That was the U.S. hockey.
Obviously.
Yeah.
1980.
You said obviously. I was like, no, I don't know.
Miracle.
It's ice skating too?
Miracle, yeah.
You are
a,
super into ice skating because you were a hockey player.
yeah.
That
Huh.
makes sense.
So it's like the story about the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team.
So
that
your
won the
favorite
gold.
game was Blades of Glory.
Blades of Steel.
Steel.
Blades of
Blades
Steel.
of Steel.
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know
And-
you were such a hockey guy.
And Wayne Gretzky's hockey. Yeah.
Wow.
And then the last one is Rudy.
What's Rudy?
Rudy
It's
is a football movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about sports movies for me. Like I get stuck just watching it.
Yeah. Yeah. Rudy.
Well, actually, like that third slot, it could be any one of those football ones, like the program. you know.
Right. I love those. Yeah.
You just get stuck
Friday Night
watching it.
Lights.
Yes.
I'm surprised it wasn't Top Gun.
No, never. I wasn't really into it. Like Top Gun came out when I was like what,
On Laserdisc.
like 7th grade? No,
You were young. I mean, it's like 4?
is it really 84?
I don't know. That's what I'm guessing at this point.
So about 6th, 7th grade or something like that.
Hmm.
It just. I mean, I like planes, but I didn't like the F-14.
Okay. Well, anyway, for shows, there's a new show that
have
I
some
really love.
movies. Oh, what is it?
A new show. It's called Rap Shit. Have you seen that?
I've seen it suggested to me. But I'm so scared to watch it because of where hip hop is now.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like
What's the
music
name of
that
it?
you would, it's called Rap Shit. So
Oh,
Issa
Rap
Rae.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Issa Rae produces it. So if you're a fan of Issa Rae, you'd probably like it.
Okay. I have no idea what that is.
Okay. Do you know who Issa Rae is?
No.
Okay. Shit. Never mind. Forget it.
You know who Coiler Ray is?
No.
Oh yeah, I was just trying to go with that.
Rap shit. Watch
But she knows Lorraine Nabobit.
What?
Oh, okay, maybe not.
Lorraine about it.
Are you guys making up names or is
No.
this
No,
actual-
that's
okay.
that's a girl. What's she famous for?
You want me to say?
Please.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
don't want to
she-
say it.
Is she a porn
She
star?
dismembered.
Oh.
Ouch! It hurts.
Her husband's
What?
Unit.
Yeah,
penis.
yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of a podcast. Have you ever heard of Morbid?
No.
No, I mean, back in the day, like back in the day when we had dial-up internet, it'd be like 4 of us, like gather around watching. What was that website?
Oh,
Faces of Death? No.
No, but
Faces
no,
Livewire?
no. It was a no. It was a gore site. What is it?
Yeah, Faces of Death was the one that I
Gore.com?
knew of.
I don't know.
Remember, it was like that site that just showed like all the pictures of like accidents
Yeah.
and like
Oh yeah,
electrocution.
that's where I saw
can't
the
remember.
jog on.
right.
Yeah, I remember.
I forget the
it was
name
a
of the
motorcycle
site.
accident
Yeah.
or
If you
something.
guys know this, comment because
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't think of it.
yeah.
Okay, wait, what about it?
No, that was a thing. You'd go in and you'd watch like those videos of like accidents, people getting run over by trains.
But you didn't
Yes.
see her cut off anyone's weenus or anything, right?
There's a VHS called Shocking Asia, back in the day. It's a tape, and then they actually showed a sex change.
Oof.
Yeah,
They
where-
showed one?
they filmed the whole operation. You see them like take the fucking penis because they just
Wow.
use the inside to flip it in.
Ah!
And
Wow.
then
When did you get that procedure done?
87. No, that was the one where that the cute little monkey, and they put him on the table, and it was a table like this, but it had a hole in it, but like a little
What
like,
happens?
and then the monkey, you put the monkey underneath, and then you lock him in. It was like in Thailand
His
or some
neck?
shit. Yeah, you lock him in, and then what they do is they just start banging on the head, and they eat it.
Oh hell no!
They eat the brains.
How did we get
It's
here?
so
What the
Let's
heck?
go
I
back to
know.
movies. Have
No,
you seen the movie Savages?
Yes.
No, because you're talking about like, well, I don't forget how we got here, but yeah.
We are all around
Right,
today.
everybody will
We
listen to
started
this
with breakdancing.
all
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of the episodes that we record today, we have no idea what to title any of them.
No,
Yeah.
I've already figured. I mean, this is just random talk,
Right, right.
but yeah.
Wait, didn't you were about to say that you know movie, like a movie or some movie?
I know a few movies. I know Shot Caller. I like that movie.
She's
You've never seen it?
No.
No.
Yeah, no.
I think we're gonna have to make a list for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and
You guys
then,
have
and then
never
we
seen
have to
Shot
watch
Caller?
them. No, is it like White
It's
Chicks?
a really good movie. No, it's
Oh.
about this guy who's like a family man, and it's the same guy that played in Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad
Okay,
Breaking Bad,
what's the premise? Maybe
of the movie. So he goes to dinner with his family, with his wife and another couple, and they have a glass of wine, and he gets into an accident. But because he had alcohol in his system, he gets 8 years and manslaughter. So he ends up going into prison, and then his whole life changes. Everything changes. And he becomes a shot caller of the prison. But it's so good. Like
It's a movie.
yeah, it's a really good movie.
Oh, you're saying Shot Caller?
What is it called?
No. I thought it was about like training dogs. It was a shock collar.
No, Shot.
I'm sorry. No, I was like,
It's okay.
I was like, when's the dog? What kind of dog was it? Why was he bad?
That's
Is
like
this
when
like
I heard
Cujo?
Cardi B.
so. It's pretty much like it's pretty much like Shawshank Redemption, but with violence.
Okay. Okay. What kind of movies do you like? Do you like comedy?
I like comedy,
Okay, we'll put together a list of comedy movies, and then we'll
but
start
not
watching
like
them.
Friday comedy. Like I don't like
Oh,
slapstick.
slapstick.
No.
Oh, okay. What?
Friday wasn't really slapstick either.
No,
though.
it wasn't.
No.
Not even. It was like hood comedy.
Yeah, I
Like
think
what was that guy's name? He has like a lot of movies out. But they're all just like there's no.
Johnny Sins?
He has like curly hair.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Will Ferrell?
Yes, I don't like any of his movies. I can't stand him.
Yeah, I can't.
yeah.
I can't watch movies with her because like my
Adam Sandler.
like
Adam
I'll,
Sandler maybe.
Okay.
see, I'd watch like Tropic Thunder, Talladega Nights, and Step Brothers.
Yeah, I couldn't watch any
Oh,
of it.
Step Brothers,
I
I
don't like
love.
Step Brothers.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, I didn't like Step Brothers either.
It's just one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I like there to be like a point to the movie. So maybe not even, maybe like, I don't know what kind of.
Okay.
I listen to a lot
got
of
you.
stand-up comedy. I watch a lot of shows. I watched Painkillers. Have you guys seen that?
No.
Painkillers. It's about
Like, is this on
Netflix.
like Persian TV? Like,
Painkillers on Netflix.
I have never heard of these.
You have to tell us movies in
never-
English.
Do I have to do
You've never heard
Do I
of
have to do
Painkillers?
VPN so I can get the Persian
It's
feed?
so good.
The painkillers.
Painkillers. It's about literally painkillers and like the pharmaceutical company.
It's a comedy. It's a show.
It's about Oxy. It's about how they marketed Oxy.
Oh,
it's
so
6
it's-
episodes. It's actually really good.
So it's about the
Okay.
pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah. But the marketing aspect of it and how they got
Oh.
Oxy out into the public.
Oh, like COVID-19.
Similar. Let's not get into that topic though. This is something that's been turned into a movie and we can watch it.
I mean, you know.
We're not gonna get into politics.
I mean, okay. Hey, this episode is sponsored by Pfizer.
Oh my god, I would love that.
Have you gotten your booster? Your 4th booster.
Johnson and Johnson's like sponsor us.
Right. Because it's only one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've-
Johnson didn't need a booster.
And I've broken up with girls. I want no more tears.
Yes. Oh, speaking of that, like I know we're trailing off, but there's like all these different things that I've like, you know that there's a big like need or a search or for non-vaccinated male sperm.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, like for sperm donors.
Yes.
The girls would
It's a backlog.
they would make
What do you mean backlog?
it's their preference to have a non-vaccinated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Because it's not mutated.
Well, it's because it's not. But the
You see, you say mutate, I say genetically enhanced.
I mean, I think it's just dumb because obviously you go through all sorts of vaccinations in your life.
Yeah.
Except now it's like, why that specific one? I think just it's fucking stupid bullshit that we go through.
No, see, this is the fucked up thing too, because Bayon, she would be like she told me yesterday, she's like, hey, I know why you're short, because you got pregnant from the pre-cum.
Did you say that?
I saw that in a reel.
I sent him a meme.
Yeah, I know. I saw that in a reel.
She sent it to me. She tagged me in the post. She's all, is this you? And I was like,
No, I
that's fucked up.
Oh no! Speaking of that, so
Speaking of that.
speaking of the Persian skater Instagram, there was this whole thing you were going through, like almost like the whole week about keeping shit secret.
That wasn't the whole. It was a 24-hour post
Oh, it seemed
on my stories.
It seemed like it was like
Because
like
people
the
were
respond-
responding. and I was sharing
yeah.
them.
But so what was it? What was your stance? Like, if you're with somebody, you shouldn't keep her like a secret off of social media.
Well, it depends. It depends what you're. Well, that's my opinion. I didn't really share my own opinion. I asked everybody else. I said, "What is your stance on sharing on social media, like about your significant other, whether they exist or like post with them, about them, or anything like that? What's your stance on it?" My personal answer to that, which I didn't ever share, is it depends. Like, if you have a page that's professional, like I'm not going to go post my significant other on Tatting Tacos, right?
Right.
But if I have a personal page where it's for my friends and family and I'm sharing everything else about my life, then I would say yes, you'd want to share your significant other on there too.
It's just funny because I was reading like some of the people's like responses, and there's one that stuck out like immediately. She's like, "All they'll keep it secret because all men are scum."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
There was like super left and the super right. Like I got a few like in betweeners, like, you know, but it was either like, yes, you definitely need to share, or like, no, you absolutely do not need to share.
Yeah, why is there such a need to share? Like when I was reading all that, I was like, why do people are people that fucking nosy that they need to know about my life, and then they're dictating how I proceed to share my information with them.
Well, I feel like if you're sharing everything else in your life, why would you keep that one thing a secret? If you're sharing about your other family members, if you're sharing like your mom, your dad, your daughter, your son, like,
well, maybe it's not official. Maybe it's like in that weird place.
No, I think that there's
You know,
no,
like at some point.
official.
Oh,
Like,
official.
Like if you're married, if you're engaged, if you're
One night stand.
no, let's not share too many of those.
you'd have a different post every other week.
I know.
No, but yeah, no, I totally get it. But then there's some people that are like, you know, how do they keep their marriage together? They just don't broadcast that part of their life to social media. But everything else, you know, like the traveling and whatnot.
One girl. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't disagree with that. But I can see another avenue of that is if you don't share your significant other, that's kind of like hiding them.
I feel like it is.
Yeah.
You know, like if I was dating a girl, right? But then I keep on posting on social media and stuff. It can also look like I'm trying to advertise that I'm single.
Yeah.
You know, especially if I post something like bought a new camera, it's like, oh, he spends money, or got a new car, or I eat at this restaurant. It's kind of like showing off that you're husband material because you're not showing that you have a significant other already.
Yeah.
So I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying this is another perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could speak on a little bit just because I know I post a lot, and a lot of them don't have my wife in it.
Right.
But
So
does it have your kids in it?
Yeah, has my kids, has everyone.
Well, why not your wife?
She doesn't really want to be on camera,
Yeah.
so
I can
that's-
respect
so I
Is
that.
have
that
to-
like
Yeah.
a thing that you guys communicated with each other?
yeah,
And
yeah.
like,
She'd rather not. Like she's not public on anything. She doesn't let anyone tag her, so it's not a
yeah,
thing.
I mean, that's fair because, like, if you're dating, like, for example, my ex-boyfriend who was in the military, like, he didn't want to be in, like, public eyes.
Right.
I have 50,000 followers. I didn't at the time, but I have 50,000 followers. So if I were to date somebody like that and they were like, please don't post me, that's different than if I post all the time and then I just don't post that I'm in a relationship.
Yeah. I mean, that's also kind of fucked up. Like, let's say if you guys take a vacation together, I've seen girls that have gone on vacation with their significant other, but they only take pictures of themselves.
Yeah.
You know, like he's like their
Like the sugar daddy.
well,
The photographer.
he's like the photographer, but then
Walking
he also
tripod.
turns into like the cook. You know what I mean? Like, here, let me take a picture of my hot ass girlfriend in this nice place, but then it's like, oh, I'm nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
So it's just advertising for other guys to be like, oh, I could take you places like that and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I follow Cody Sanchez. She's always talking about her husband. She's always talking about being married, happily married, and also posts about a lot of other things. I watch Patrick Bet Davis, and then I see him. He's happy with his family, his wife, and he's always posting about. He's not always posting his wife, but he's talking about the fact that he has a wife, that he's married, that he has kids. Like, it's very public. If he's gonna bring us into his personal life, it's just across the platform. It's shared that I'm in a happy marriage. Tony Robbins. I don't know, a lot of people that I follow that are in happy marriages. Even like I follow this girl. She's like a twerk queen, Nastaya. She posts her husband and her kids, like, and she lost like over 1 million followers after she started doing that because she was like magnetizing a lot of guys that were there to watch her ass.
Right.
But then what happened is like a shift happened in her page where now she gets a lot more engagement from other women that follow her, that she inspires. Like, a shift happens when you post, you know, about your family, but I feel
Right.
like it's necessary to share all aspects. I follow a comedian, Maya's Vault, and originally her content took off because she was talking about how, like, if she's gonna marry somebody, he has to be rich, and da-da-da. She's like really funny single. Like, her post was all about being single, but then she got engaged and then married, and now her post is about creating a family. Like, we follow along her life. Like, she doesn't keep us in the dark while creating another side life. I feel like it's full on to authenticity out.
Right. So my question is there someone you're going to post soon?
No, I'm single. I'm single as can
See,
be.
that's why I have 2 accounts. There's a private one
Yeah.
and then the more public one. The public one's just, you don't even have to, you could just follow, no request.
You won't even tell us you're going on a date.
Dang.
So there's the thing too. It's like one of those things that's like let's say I started dating somebody, but they have no Facebook, they have no Instagram. I always feel like it's not my job to put them out there in the world.
Yeah, I mean, respect their privacy.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have it for a reason.
They haven't done that for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So why is it my like you could say, yeah, you've shared everything, but this person doesn't have. I can't even tag the person. So why would I even put her out in the world to showcase her? She's not like a what do you call that, like a trophy
or anything.
or a trophy. She becomes just a trophy that I'm putting out there. But I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
So I can understand that. And again, I'm not disagreeing with you, but there is also a middle ground where it's like, let's say if I was dating somebody and she didn't have social media, she doesn't like being in the public eye and stuff like that, but I could still mention her. You know, like, hey guys, this is the waffle place that I like to bring my girlfriend to. I don't have to tag her. I don't have to post her. I don't have to, So at the same time, it's like, because I think that Instagram can be a dating website,
Yeah, I can.
So a lot of people
that haven't happened to me.
No, but a lot of people are putting their best foot forward. They're always showing off like their resume lifestyle,
Yeah.
And part of that is not only for like is endorphins the right word, where you get that high of being
Dopamine
validated. Dopamine, yeah. I'm sorry. So yeah, you get that dopamine hit from like the likes and the popularity and stuff that you get, but then you're still also advertising that you have this. Yeah. And who are you mostly advertising for? You may say like girls do it for themselves or whatever. No, they're really, at least to a certain percentage, they're trying to get attention from the other side.
Yeah. I mean,
or
it
whoever
brings
they're
a sense of significance when you get all these likes and comments. And stuff. But I feel like your audience wants to be involved in your life. Like if they're following you, they want to know more about you. And it's like, it's almost like you're hiding something from your audience. Like you're not being your truest, authentic self.
I think that's kind of like the difference or the relation between lying and not telling the truth.
Yeah.
So there is a middle ground. You know what I mean? Like, and it's, again, I wasn't disagreeing with Rich because I actually, if I was in the same situation, I'll be exactly the same.
Yeah.
But there would, there are a couple of tweaks that I would have that are just a little bit, like if I went live, hey guys, this is the studio, just like, that there's bookings. I can't talk live really long because I do have a dinner date tonight. And just leave it at that. You know what I mean? I
totally get it, but sometimes it's like, when people's like, no, you should share. It's almost like, I don't want to be I don't want my audience to dictate how I'm gonna share to you guys. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like if I don't need to share, I'm not gonna share.
Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, I agree with.
Like I get it. Like, oh my God, he's been hiding that he's married. No, I wasn't hiding shit. I just didn't tell you.
Yeah.
Like none of this was like, like for instance, like on the Kuya Rich page, right? Mm-hmm. Where on my timeline would it fit for me to say, hey, look, I'm going on a date this weekend? It doesn't really, because most likely DJing, art, or whatever I'm doing on the creative side.
Yeah.
Now my private, I almost said my private one. Mm-hmm. My private one. Yeah, now you see all the other shit that we do. Mm-hmm. My daughter's on there and all that other stuff. Right. So that's I make it simple like that. So you have this page here for whatever. But if I know you, and I want to share with you guys what's going on in my life, because I feel it's important, and I feel it's important to share with my friends and family. That's where I share it.
Right. So now let's get to the juicy stuff. Where are you taking her?
We're calling
Liberty.
Liberty Station.
All right. Do we have a whole plan? How's it all going to work out?
Oh, you see, that's why he hasn't listened to the podcast.
Oh,
he hasn't listened to the podcast.
well, why? What happened? You already have a whole list?
No, so we did the birthday on my birthday stream. You guys can check it out.
I did watch that.
I did listen to the.
I did watch
stream.
that.
No, the birthday podcast.
There were like 2 of them that you mentioned birthday.
No, there was one. It's like like interrogating Rich was the title of the podcast. It was like
The one where you said happy birthday to me.
Yeah,
I listened to that one.
yeah, but
I said that on time.
Yeah, you did.
no, but remember when I was talking about like the whole Getty thing and then the ice skating in the dark overlooking the stars?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah. So stuff like that.
But it was just an idea. I don't know if it was like, this is what I'm going to do. Or is that what you're actually going to do?
No, I mean, but you have like Dirty Birds there. And
Yeah.
You have like all these other restaurants there. So you can do that, get an appetite, and then it's overlooking like the stars. Like, come on. We just got to plan that out. Liberty Station.
Yeah, Liberty Station. They got lots of stuff. I was there this morning. We did lots of stuff at Liberty Station.
Yeah, kind of
a great place.
It feels odd being there because it reminds me of boot camp, but it's okay. It does. Every time I walk down like hallways, I'm like,
oh yeah. I mean, they haven't changed a whole lot.
yeah.
They put some paint on it.
Was?
Yeah, Old Navy boot camp was the Liberty Station.
Oh,
That's why it looks like a military.
I mean, it is military, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
But if you ever go to Great Lakes in Illinois, where Navy boot camp is now, it looks exactly the same.
Really?
All the buildings are the same.
Yeah, that's where I went actually.
Great Lakes.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I went to Great Lakes too. But yeah, it just that's why when you're walking into stuff or you're walking around, I feel like, damn, somebody's watching me. You feel like
there's usually a lot of references when you look at like some of the buildings. They'll say like sleeping quarters or something. I've seen something recently that was like, oh, they still have the original name. It's really cool.
The CO's office, stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
it's cool. Love that place. A lot of art stuff. Love the art stuff they got going on there.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys. So we're about an hour and 16 in.
All right. Well, that's probably good for me.
Yeah.
Good time for me to cut out of here. So
Yeah.
whatever you want to wrap.
No, we're gonna wrap right now because Nelson has to go to your. Did your son just turn 21?
Yep. Today's his 21st
Oh,
birthday.
Damn!
Wow.
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Jaden,
Yeah,
right?
Jaden, yep,
Jaden. Happy birthday, Jaden.
Yep. He's taking a nap because tonight we're gonna go out and see what's up.
Look, I got
You're
this
included
perfect.
in his 21st birthday.
Well, his friends are at school and he's down from UC Irvine, so we're just gonna take him to the casino. Me and the uncles, you know what I mean?
Oh,
well, listen.
Good relationship.
Yeah.
If you guys are not busy after the casino, I know the spot on
$2 steaks.
Where we get $2 steaks. I mean, then it's not gonna be $2 steaks tonight, but
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That is a 21 and up place.
It is, yeah.
So yeah, this is one of those things. You got to just show your son the 21 and up experience.
We might have to
never
go.
know.
We might have to like just find out who's working that day and then get you guys in with no cover. I mean,
There we go. I know Rich and Vince. What do I get?
I don't know how far that's gonna go, but you can mention like
They're like,
Act Right or
here's your
somebody.
He's all walking in. Look, I was on the BUplifted podcast, motherfucker.
Those
You
like,
didn't see me? You didn't see me?
I was the inspiration, motherfuckers.
Yep.
Let me. Okay, but yeah, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah.
I know it was last minute for you guys. Well,
Yeah.
not you. What is last minute for you?
It was last night, you guys.
Oh, no, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wait,
last.
you wanna plug your studio or your
Yes.
socials or anything?
Well, we talked about the American.
The
Oh, yeah,
American,
Yeah.
podcast.
Yes.
There we go. American USA.
where
Wanna
your
check that out?
culture is your.
Hey, what is that? It's been a minute. Diversity is our culture.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
diversity is a
Diversity
culture.
is
Yeah,
our
that's what it is. Yep. Yeah, there's a podcast with you and you. So
Yeah.
come check them out there. And then just the studio. It's Picture Flicks. Check us out.
All the information linked down below. And you, Miss-
Paddock Tacos, Persian Skater. What else?
yeah.
That's it.
There we go.
Did you pull? Did you
Single,
Pull, did you
no
pull it up?
boyfriend either.
No, yes, single, no boyfriend.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah,
Slide
that's
into
a
the
big deal.
DM, gentlemen.
Yeah, she's on.
Boys.
She's
Slide in
on
the
Tinder. She's on
I'm not
like
on Tinder.
Christian Mingle. She's on OfferUp.
She loves-
She's on LinkedIn.
Craigslist.
Christian mingle,
Facebook.
Persian mingle.
Yep.
What else?
Facebook Marketplace.
Is there a Persian version of?
There is. It's
Oh,
called
Persian
Shaytun.
version.
Is what?
It's called Shaytun.
Shaytun?
Ooh.
Shaytun.
Are you on there?
Is that like
I am
an
on
app
there.
to like? Oh,
Hey, if you guys are on Shaytun, hit her
there you
up.
go.
Send her lots of dick pics.
Yikes. Okay, so is that I know we're wrapping, but is that a not so good thing to send?
No, don't ever.
Okay.
Don't ever.
See, don't do
Unless
that.
it's asked for.
Okay, we'll talk.
But do you ask for
Send
one?
my request. Girls will.
Okay.
We'll talk about that on the next episode
Okay.
on proper dick pic etiquette with Bayan. All right, guys.
All right, thanks for having me, guys.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
Bye.